I can't hear you. Can you get me? Good evening to everybody.
Good evening, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. Good evening. You all are welcome, welcome, welcome to this amazing session. It's the first of its kind that iBridge is organizing or is hosting. Um, we are going to talk AI, we're going to talk digital world, we're going to talk about digital future, we're going to talk about empowering individuals, organization, and governments, and more that you can even think of. So I want you to tell a friend to tell another friend to join quickly because you're going to set the ball rolling. So if you are here, set a reminder or send a reminder to a friend. We are going to give them 5 more minutes to join so that we can dive into the main matter of tonight. So you do the job, and in 5 minutes' time, we are back to set the ball rolling. Yeah, tap a friend. Maybe the person is already sleeping or still at work or has lost memory, has forgotten about it. Just tap a friend. It's time. 5 more minutes, and then we get to go. In 5 more minutes, guys. I mean, 3 more minutes, 2 more minutes. Yes, counting. 3 minutes has already died. 2 more minutes, and then we get in. Tap a friend. Okay, you are welcome back again. And I'm sure we are all well set. Please, if you are settled and you think we can move on, can you send in your your best emoji? I need to see our reactions, please. I can see Randy, Elania, I can see you. Elizabeth, I can see you. Rowan Chick, Dario, Jerry, I can see you all. You are all welcome. Yeah, Shalom, I can see you. Good. So today is a long-awaited date, 22nd of August 2025, and we have been eagerly waiting for this webinar. And I'm very, very sure that we have high expectations. We are thinking of what is AI? How can we empower individuals? How can we empower organizations? How can we make our future a better one as far as AI is concerned? And right now, I think that you are in the best place. You're in the right place. And we are going to talk about what AI is and how we can bridge the gap, or how we can bridge the AI gap. So now, I noticed that when you were registering, there was a portion where you had to make mention your expectation, and I know that many people nowadays are unaware of what AI is all about. But here at iBridge, we are here to let you know that we are creating a kind of bridge. We are creating a kind of platform where we can bridge the gap and cause people to get easily adapted to technology, and how we can have this AI knowledge and how we can utilize it for the growth of our world. So if you let AI slide, I bet you'll be alone in this entire world. And if you're alone in this entire world, nothing good, or you'll be so absent of all that is happening in the world, because statistics says that approximately 60% of the entire world's population use AI or are versed with digitalization. So if you do not know this, you need to know that even though you don't use AI, or you are not versed with digitalization, you are being affected by that. So it is very important that in this digital age, each and everyone has a hand in the dough. And I want you not to be left out. So today we are going to be handling the topic, bridging the AI gap, empowering organization and governments for the digital future. That sounds good. Bridging the AI gap and empowering individuals, organizations, and governments for the digital world. We are empowering you, we are empowering your organization, we are empowering the government as far as digitalization is concerned. So right now, right here, we are going to have a jaw-dropping lesson. Your spirit will be uplifted. So please, if you are here and you're well settled, go nowhere. Keep reminding a friend to join, because it's not too late. It is really not too late. Let your expectations remain so high. If you have questions that you would love to ask in the course of our lesson, just make sure to drop it in the comment section, or at the end of the lesson, you will be given the opportunity to ask your question, and the facilitator for tonight will answer them. So without much ado, I talk a lot. Without much ado, we are going to make welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of iBridge, in the person of Mr. Ngala. No, it's drum rolls first. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that. So we're going to welcome Mr. Ngala Dario, an amazing and dynamic man. He's a lot. He's a lot in just a simple human being. So, Mr. Dario, we are all giving you this hand clap, welcoming you on board. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be among us all. We are going to be having an amazing time together, and I just love each and every one of us to open our minds, our hearts, because what we're about to do, if we put it in practice, we are going to be changing a lot of things in our personal work. Now, it's such a great joy to be here again today to speak in a very important conversation, bridging the AI gap. And by the way, I love us to have a conversation, and I know that you know something that I don't know. A great writer once said, the illiterate of the 21st century are those that can't read and write, but are those that can't learn, relearn, and unlearn. So those are the 21st century illiterates. So I guess here on the platform, we are all people that want to learn, we are eager to relearn, unlearn, and keep on relearning because that is what we are up for. Now, before we dive in, let me ask you something. When you hear of the word artificial intelligence, what's the first word that comes to your mind? I want everybody to go ahead, type in the chat that one word, that one phrase that comes to your mind when you hear artificial intelligence. All right, I'll be watching the chat to see our answers. Okay. When you hear of the word artificial intelligence, what comes to your mind? All right. Now, Shalom says a picture of the brain. That's great. Let me get more comments in the comment section. Let's make it a very, very active. Making the human intelligence, Rowan, Jerry, unnatural brain. Wow. Charles, human brain in a gadget. Wow. Madam Constance, ChatGPT with a smile. That's great. So let's keep on going. When you hear the word artificial intelligence, what comes to your mind first? Let me get a comment in the chat. Yes, let's keep on moving. It's interesting already. All right, let me give more a minute. Let me get some more input. When you get the word artificial intelligence, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? That phrase, that word that comes to your mind. All right. Like I said, great. I love the starting. This is one of the things I always love to ask because to many people, artificial intelligence means many things. To some, it is excitement. For others, it's all about fear. To many, it's a mystery. So as we move ahead, you are going to notice that when we call the word artificial intelligence, some people even call artificial intelligence the Antichrist. So there's a lot of people that have a lot of things when it comes to artificial intelligence. But we are here to be able to demystify the things around artificial intelligence. Now, every innovation, any technology is like a weapon, and a weapon can be used for good and a weapon can be used to harm. Let's take our context. A gun in the armed force will be used to protect the civilians, but the gun for the guys in the bushes will use to harm and do all those kind of things. So every innovation, every technology is like a weapon. So you can be able to use whatever weapon, which is a technology, for good that can help you in this context, your organization or the government. Remember, we're talking about bridging the AI gap, empowering individuals, organization, governments for the digital future. Right now, we live in a moment where AI is not just shaping and disrupting the future; it is shaping and disrupting the present. Now, according to the PwC, AI could add $15.7 trillion to the global economy by 2030. Now, imagine that for a second. But here comes a challenge. Africa risks, or Cameroon, as we come from different countries. Some of us might be joining from Cameroon. Some of us might be joining from different parts of Africa. But Africa risks being left behind if we do not bridge the AI gap. The technology is very, very fast. There is always an era, and every era comes with its thing. And if you don't learn how to flow or to manage that era, you're going to be left in the past. Many of us or many people will be living in the past, trying to get income like you were getting in the past. But now, when we come to the level of this age we call the digital era, if you tune into what is happening, you can be able to tap into it and you can align that to your organization, organize that, tap that to your individual life, and whatever you have, you can be able to leverage on the opportunities, and you can be able to really outlive a lot of things because of what you carry. Remember, we earlier said this can be like a weapon. A weapon will be used for good as well as can be used for bad. A knife in the hand of a kid, he can use that to wound him or herself, but a knife in the hand of a mother, she will use that to slice the tomatoes very well, cook a delicious meal for you and I to eat. Now, I just gave you the statistics of about $15.7 trillion added to the global economy by 2030. This should give you an information that if you plug into it, you can be part of this $15.7 trillion added to your economy. Now, think about this. In Cameroon, over 60% of people use mobile money today. It's about 60%. Mobile money is kind of everywhere. I go to eat. I don't have physical cash. What I ask is que vous avez le Momo? Are you having a Momo account? Are you having an OM account? Not because of the technology itself, because it solves a real problem. Access to financial service, financial inclusion. That is what Momo gives. 60% of people use that. Even mothers, fathers, and young and old use that. Now, imagine the same kind of transformation, but in agriculture, healthcare, education, governance, beauty, journalism, filmmaking, powered by AI. That's the opportunity before us. Tonight is not about me giving like a lecture, but I love us to have an honest conversation. It's about us reflecting together how we as individuals, how organizations, and how governments can harness AI with purpose. The keyword here is purpose. The keyword here is purpose. And I'm going to be giving you the three big things that I love to focus on today. The three big things. If you want to go something, I want you to go with these things that I'm about to list on the screen. And have your pen, have your paper, just note it, or you do a screenshot. Now, the first thing that we're going to be talking about, the three big ideas we're going to be talking about. The first, we're going to be talking about purpose over a platform. Purpose over a platform. It's not about the tools, it's not about the AI, it's about the vision. And remember, present in the call now, we have individuals, we have people that own businesses, we have government workers among us. We have them among us. And you that is an individual, you might be having a business idea in mind. It's still at the ideation stage, but you know that one day you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to own a business. This is the right platform for you. So we are saying that for you as an individual aiming to be into the government, aiming for you to be a business owner, aiming for you to walk around the world, we need to highlight the aspect of purpose over platform. Now, the second thing that we'll be highlighting is from scarcity to skill. The biggest gap is not technology. The biggest gap is skill and capacity. That is the biggest gap that we have. Now, how can we leverage? Because we want to set a foundation. Remember, for us to build a bridge, we must do an analysis. We must study the terrain. What is needed to build this bridge? What is needed to bring about the right people to build that bridge? And that is what we are just to set that foundation today. The last thing that we're going to be talking about is collaboration over competition. AI, you see AI like a team. I'm playing football, see AI like maybe the goalkeeper, and you are the 9 shirts. You cannot do it alone. And Africa, Cameroon, your organization, your business can win when you work together. So that is one of the things that we're going to be emphasizing. So over the time that we're going to be together, we're going to be talking around these 3 points, nothing more and nothing less. So now I love us to start from the first, which is the purpose over platform. Excuse me, let me admit some people coming in. All right. Purpose of our platform. Now, if you look at the under part, you see I've kept something, the why that fuels the how. The why that fuels the how. The why that powers the how. Many of us might go to the how, but why are you doing what you are doing? Why are you doing what you are doing? That is what we want to target right now. Okay. Now, I love us to imagine a house. Imagine a house. Imagine the building of a house, like the house that you're presently sitting right now. You're sitting in a house or you're sitting in a building. Now, you won't start by collecting the hammers, the nails, or whatever. You will dream up the first blueprints, meaning that you will have a vision, you have a plan for the house that you want to build, and then you will have the right tools to use to build that house. Too many organizations dive into AI tools, the platforms, without clarifying their purpose or their vision, leading to the wasted resources. Many people will spend hundreds of dollars investing on technology without knowing why they are investing into the technology. And I bet you, if you're somebody that is moving according to the trends, oh, this ChatGPT has come out, this other one has come out, you are moving from one place to another. There are thousands of applications, thousands of platforms. You notice that you keep moving from one platform to another, but nothing is changing because you don't really know what you are using that platform for. So it becomes like a waste. You find yourself very exhausted after using the platform because you don't have a certain direction. So what we are emphasizing here today is for us to have a purpose over the platform. Now, in Africa, we have 40% of institutions experimenting AI, but many are still unclear with their goals, and this is very crucial. Because starting with vision aligns AI to real needs. We just mentioned mobile money as we had an introduction, mobile money. Why are people using mobile money? Why? I use mobile money because it is very easy, very convenient. I don't need to go to Express Union to stand on a long queue, and then I just want to receive maybe 10,000 francs. But with a mobile money account, with money in my wallet, I can be able to move without money. I can be able to move around. I can be able to pay. I can be able to do many other things because there is the technology has come to solve a real problem. It has a purpose, financial inclusion. Reason why I can be able to feel for using Momo. Now, statistics shows that generative AI alone could unlock 100 billion annual for Africa's economy if we prioritize purpose-driven adoption. Remember, purpose-driven adoption. You are into the business world. You are in the organization. You are into the government. You are an individual. Now, you are going to reap a lot from AI if you prioritize purpose-driven adoption. So now I'll come to you. Why are you using ChatGPT? Like many are using ChatGPT. Why are you using ChatGPT? What is ChatGPT helping you to amplify? Now I read the status of a friend just before I started this. She said something on her status. She said, if AI is making you more lazy, you are using AI in the wrong way. But if AI is making you think deeply and more, then you are using technology the right way. If you are not improving as you are using these technologies, meaning that there is a question mark. There's a question mark. Yes, there's a question mark. If somebody gives you something and the first thing that you go to is, all right, I'll use a ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whatever to answer the question, you will notice that your IQ keeps diminishing because you don't know why you are entering into that platform. It becomes a waste for you. So I just love to leave 30 seconds for all what I've said to sink in. Now, in Cameroon, our national AI strategy isn't just about tech. It's a vision for job creation and GDP growth. So now, if we are entering as a nation, as a government, as a business for an economic growth, for a mind-shaping goal, like to build people up, yes, that is how we can be able to change the narrative. Now, I love to give a little story, and I love somebody to just give me what you understand from that story. That story is a story of a farmer and a tractor. Now there was this farmer who saved all his money and bought a brand new tractor. As you can see on my screen, the tractor was very shiny, powerful, and came with all the modern tools. But here is a problem. He didn't have a clear plan for what he has to farm or to use it for. So some days he drove it to the farm, drove it around, parked it, and admired it. At the end of the year, the tractor was still very shiny, but the farm produced nothing. Now imagine another farmer. This another farmer. She had no fancy tractor. She started with a vision, a plan. She knows she wants to grow maize to feed a community and sell to the local market. She borrows a simple hoe, cutlass from the neighbors, and little by little, her farm was growing. Eventually, she can afford a tractor like what you see on the board. And with that tractor, it had to multiply her outcome. Now, the tractor did not come to replace what she was doing, but it came to amplify her vision. Now, let me pause and ask somebody, what lesson can you draw from the story I've just mentioned? We're just emphasizing that point, but I want somebody to tell me. You can just put up your hand, and then I give you the floor. You can go ahead. What can you get from this story? Anybody? All right. Tata Jerry say, have a vision. Simple. Have a vision. As an individual, as an organization, are you having a vision? This is what AI is like for us as individuals. This is what AI is for us as Africans, as an organization, as a government. If we rush to adopt the latest platforms, the latest chatbots, the latest facial recognitions, the latest drones, without a vision for what problem we are about to solve, we will just be driving a tractor in circles like the first farmer. But if we start with a purpose, if we start with a vision, if we start with an end in mind, financial inclusion, for example, like for the case of Momo, better farming, like for the case of the lady, smarter governance, then every tool we adopt becomes a force multiplier for our vision. Imagine that I need to move from here to Douala. I can decide to use different means of transport. The end goal is that I need to be in Douala. Now, how can I be in Douala in the fastest way possible? I can either go by air, I can either go by train, I can either go by bus. But now, based on what I have, as far as my resources are concerned, and the vision that I have to go to in Douala, I might decide for the means available, I'm going to use a bus. But it comes to a point where, all right, instead of me using a bus, I can take a flight because I have the means, I know what I need to do in Douala, and as I get in Douala, I have the job done, and then I have the returns. So that is what we need to think about, purpose over the platform. So are you having a purpose as an individual? Are you having a purpose as a company? Are you having a purpose as an organization? Are you having a purpose as a nation? Thank you. So I don't know whether, please have your questions. You can be able to ask all that at the end of it all. Now, The second thing that we're going to be talking about is from scarcity to skill. From scarcity to skill. From scarcity to skill. From scarcity to skill. Building capacity and skills for the AI world. Please, I love to emphasize on the aspect of capacity building. We have a scarcity issue in Africa. Africa does not suffer from lack of talent. We suffer from lack of capacity building systems. We lack that. The biggest AI gap is not the tools. The biggest AI gap is the people skills and the education. Now, the African Development Bank notes that over 230 million jobs in Africa will require digital skills by 2030. Yet, today, only 1 in 10 Africans have basic digital literacy. You can imagine the digital gap. It's not about knowing how to use your phone. It's not about knowing how to manipulate your phone or go on WhatsApp. No, that is not what we talk about when we mean digital literacy. Can you be able to maneuver yourself when it comes to tools? I have an experience where a young lady came and she came out from school with a degree and she got into the job market. She got into an interview, and this is a lady that when I see my age mates, my young guys around, I always advise them, all right, always study this. But this is somebody that kept on dodging. So after having her degree in accounting, now she got an opportunity to get into the job market. The interview that was asked, all right, you have given the written, all right, let's go to the oral part. One of the questions, how are you good at using the computer? She was a little bit blank. Can you send an email? Can you write an email? Can you be able to use an email? Do you have an email? Can you be able to send files over the computer? If I give you a document in the computer to transfer to another computer, can you be able to do it? Can you prepare me a basic document on Microsoft Word? Can you prepare me a basic presentation on PowerPoint? Can you be able to use this and this tool? And I tell you the truth, this lady was point blank and she had to lose that job. Even if she had a degree in accounting, she had to lose the job. And she had to go back to learn a digital skill so that she can be able to match up. And that is where we are heading at. Don't say, all right, this thing is coming, let me just watch. Let me say, this is the Antichrist. This is a scary, this is a mystery. I'm not going to learn anything technology-wise, except that you want to be a local champion. But if it's somebody that you are thinking global, because I'm talking to business owners, I'm talking to organizations, I'm talking to individuals that are dreaming big. The world is your global client. The world is your market. You're not just limited to the people that you sell on your WhatsApp. You're not just limited to the people in your quarter, but your imagination should be, the world is my market. Now, how can I reach somebody in the US? How can I reach somebody in Tanzania? How can I reach somebody in Canada? Now, with the knowledge that I have right now, can I be able to build that bridge to those people? Now, if the answer is no, and you are that person that is thinking global, you should be thinking about what is happening in the global stage. And AI is one of those things that you must not ignore. Please don't ignore it. You know that many businesses, when the web came into place, the web, like go and search, many companies that ignore the web, they fell bankrupt. Then many people that embrace the web, their revenues have to increase. Statistics shows that very clearly. When the mobile phone came into place, the smartphone, many people were like, all right, this is the Antichrist, this is whatever. The people that understood it and build the application to fashion the smartphone, those are the people that gain the market. Imagine that I needed to only use WhatsApp or Facebook on my computer. Not everybody has a computer, but Africa's market, we have one of the We have billions of people in Africa, and majority of these populations have access to the phone. Now, if I don't leverage the ability of the phone, I'll notice that I'll be falling back as far as impact is concerned. So those that see ahead and take action now, they are the people that will outlive the time. Those are the people. So that's my encouragement for us all, that let's embrace whatever is coming, like the AI. How can I use this for good? How can I use this to grow my business? How can I use this to my advantage? Now, I read this quote from somebody. He said, the greatest danger you will ever find yourself in this age is attempting to make living in the past. There is a way that the past considered making money. Remember, if you are a youth and when you were saying that, I'm making money online, some of our parents, everything that you knew about was scamming. But is making money online all about scamming? No, it's not about scamming. I can have digital marketing online. I can have content creation. I can do a lot of things, remote jobs online. So if I don't embrace and see how I can use what is happening to my advantage, I'm living in the past, and that's going to engulf me. And that is not the dream that Bridge has for us all. We want to outlive the time. So now, I'm going to pause while gradually getting to the end as we move on to the last point, from scarcity to skill, building capacity. Please build capacity, build capacity, build capacity. Imagine you building a capacity as somebody working in the agricultural sector. Imagine you merging agriculture and AI. AI can be able to predict how your crops are growing. AI can be able to predict when to plant, when to water. AI can be able to do a lot of things for your farm. And by so doing, you are ahead of your competitors, or you are always ahead of time. Imagine you're running an e-commerce business and you have a system of recommendation that, okay, AI recommends you, oh, people are buying this, your lotion, more this month. Go for this than this. This product is not really attracting the clients. Add this so that your clients can be able to be attracted to that product. Imagine that you can harness, you can align AI to your vision. Remember, a vision over platform. After you have defined your goals, your direction, now how can I use technology? How can I use the various tools to be able to spearhead or push my vision ahead? And that's what you should be getting into. Now, the last thing that we are going to be looking at, the last point, is collaboration over competition. Now, some people might see AI as a competitor. It's already very clear that AI has come, it has disrupted a lot of things. A lot of jobs are becoming obsolete. If you listen to global news, you notice that Microsoft, one of the biggest tech companies in the world, had to remove about 9,000 of their workers. Facebook, that we all use, had to remove some of their workers in thousands, in hundreds. And many other companies doing that because of the AI adoption. Now imagine you seeing AI not as a competitor, but seeing AI as a collaborator. AI is an ecosystem that you can be able to plug into and be able to skyrocket whatever you're doing. Now, there is a post that shows that African startup raised 5.4 billion in 2022, but less than 10% of that went into AI-related projects. Most lacked strategic partnerships because man skills are lacking and many other things. So you see, the foundations that we are laying today, they are building on each other. After having a vision, a direction, a purpose, you build the capacity, you build that capacity. And after building that capacity, you cannot do everything alone. You look for the team, the tools that can be able to work together to bring that big vision to life. Bring that big vision to life. So see AI as a team. As a team, he's part of your team. He's part of your team. So you can be the CEO. AI is a CTO. You can be the CTO, and AI is the marketing director. You can be the manager, and AI is the content creator. So you are working together to realize your goal, that you have the direction. AI or technology is not giving the direction, but you have the direction, and you use these tools to your advantage to bring about that direction. Now, let me end. Now, one of the things that we've journeyed together today, we have laid the foundation. We have given some of the challenges, there are many, and we have given the opportunities and the real life stories of how artificial intelligence can be able to empower ourselves, our community, our organizations, and our businesses. Now, we have mentioned about three big stuff. That is purpose of our platform. What is the why that powers the how? Don't go to the how, target the why first. After targeting the why, and you have the why correctly, now how can I do the why? Now, technology without vision is just noise. And many people are into the business of noise. A lot of people are making noise. It does not matter how far you can use ChatGPT, how far you can use DeepSeek, how many AI tools you know, but if it is not adding something to your table, you are just making noise with it. But when we start with purpose, now value is added, and value can be added to you. So the real thing should be the real thing. You measure on the major and minor on the minor. And what is the major here? The major here is your purpose, your direction, your vision. Where are you heading to? Where is your destination? And then now, how can I take people or these processes to my destination? We have talked about scarcity to skill, how a lot of scarcity as far as the skills, the talent is concerned, and the projection that by 2035 we have over 230 million jobs created in Africa, and Cameroon is not left out. South Africa is not left out. Nigeria is not left out. Africa as a whole. Now, I want you to picture this. Imagine it's the year 2030. A child is born in your house in Cameroon today and enters the secondary school. What kind of digital future are we preparing for them? What kind of digital future are you preparing for your company? Will they be consumed by the technology, or will the technology consume them? Or will they be master over the technology? Will they be creators of the next big thing because they've harnessed the right tools to be able to bring about their big dreams? Now, I give you a challenge today. If you're a leader right here, and I know that all of us are leaders, tie AI to your vision, not just to your budget. Tie it to your vision first. Your vision is more important than your budget. If you're an educator, and I know that many of us are, start building capacity. Capacity, one knowledge at a time. One knowledge at a time. You are not in a rush. You take one knowledge at a time. I want to know this. If you are a young professional, I know that there are students in here, and you have a big dream, a big vision, a big thing. Don't wait for AI to come to you. Start learning, start experimenting, and start building. Start learning, start experimenting, and start building. There is no mistake, or they will not beat you if you do a mistake. There is always room for rechanging, relearning. Remember, I said from the onset, the 21st century illiterate is not the person that can't read and write, but the 21st century illiterate is that person that can't learn, relearn, and unlearn. So I want you to think about all what we've said. You might have a question, you might have something to say. So this is the time for us to interact, and very soon we call it a day, and then we are good to go. So this is just a basic foundation we are laying, and we are going to be moving from one level to another level. We're going to be having a lot of this. So I pass on the baton to Madam Lois, moderator for the night. So we are having about 10 minutes to conclude, and I love us to engage in questions. And Madam Berry Delight is going to be putting a Facebook, no, not a Facebook link, a WhatsApp link to a group that you can be able to join, and you can be able to ask some of more questions. We can put about this note inside the group, and then when we have such webinars coming, our plan is to have that monthly or more frequent, and we can be able to discuss and be able to grow in all this. So over to us all, please.
Please, can we all give a hand clap to this lesson? There's a lot about AI that we may be very ignorant of, but it is very clear, it's very obvious that we are in this age, and if you are unable to, or if you are not versed with AI, there's a lot you are missing out. You will not be able to leverage some things if you are unaware of how AI works. I'm getting to know that it's not all about just using the ChatGPT, the Grok, the Gemini, like many of us may know. You have to use it with purpose, understand how and why you go about it, because many would just think that ChatGPT just answers our questions, or clarifies our worries as easy as possible, and we just go about everything asking it any kind of question. It's a thing, of course, asking it any kind of question and hoping and expecting that immediately we get all what we want. But if we go this route with no understanding of how it works, with no purpose, then the platform is useless. So 3 big points we have gotten on how we can empower ourselves, our governments or organizations. Firstly, choose go for purpose over platform, scarcity to scale, collaboration over competition. 3 powerful points there. Thank you so much, Mr. Dario. At this juncture, I don't know if anybody has a question. Anyone with a question, just indicate with a hand show, and then you will be given the floor. Or you can mention your question in the comments or in the chat section. Anybody with a question? If you have a question, please, you will unmute, and you will then ask your question. Okay, Miss Rowanchik has a question. Yes, Miss Rowanchik, go on with your question.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I have this particular problem. My main problem, I think, is I want to learn everything at the same time. Like maybe I'll say, okay, I have to learn graphic design, I have to learn web dev, I have to learn how to use WordPress, I have to learn how to use this and that and everything. And at the certain point, I cannot do everything, and I end up doing nothing or almost nothing. So what skills are more important? Like how am I able to prioritize some skills? Under what criteria will I use to determine what skills are more important? Like what skills should I learn first, then progressively learn the others? Because I really struggle with that organization to say, okay, I start with this, maybe after a month I take this other thing. I'm always trying to like choke up everything.
All right, thank you very much, Chick, for that wonderful question. Now, what I will say is the first point, the purpose. Now, where are you going to? And then you break it down into smaller, conquerable tasks. All right, I'm heading towards this place, and for me to get to this place, I need this kind of skills. And for me getting this kind of skills, I need to know this, I need to know that. So you have that detailed plan because you have a goal, you have a vision. It's very big. Now, how can I break this vision into smaller pieces that I can conquer? because one of the things that make us discouraged is that we take a bunch of knowledge and we are unable to conquer it. But if you say, all right, I'm just taking anything. If you say, by the end of this year, I need to be an AI engineer. Now, what does it take for me to be an AI engineer? I need to know maybe deep learning. So I take this month, I'm going to learn deep learning. Now, next month, what are the things, first of all, that will help me to be an AI engineer? I need to learn deep learning. I need to learn neural networks. I need to learn this. I need to learn that. I need to learn that. And I take step by step. This month is dedicated to learning machine learning. This month is dedicated for me to learn prompt engineering, because I will be doing a lot of prompting. I'm just going to dedicate 1 week only on prompt engineering. Now, as I've mastered prompt engineering very well, now how can I apply this prompt engineering? I want to generate images. I want to generate videos. I want to generate content. Now, with what I've learned with prompt engineering, how can I use it? You do practically. Remember, start building, start implementing, and just start doing something. So you have that plan. You must have that plan first. But first of all, you have where you are heading to. After you have done that clearly, divide it into smaller pieces that you can easily conquer. Maybe 1 week, I'm done. 2 weeks, I'm done. 1 month highest, I'm done. And then you keep doing one by one, one by one, one by one. You notice that at the end of it all, you have an accumulated knowledge that is taking you to that desired end. Thank you. I don't know whether you've understood me, Chick.
Yes, so I've understood. So I have to be more organized and really like put everything, let's say 1 week for this, 2 weeks for this, and I follow it chronologically than trying to force everything at once.
Yes. You know that one of the things that is to our disadvantage in this generation is that we have information overload. There's a lot of information. I want to learn this. There are a lot of things happening. You listen to your friend. There's a lot of information overload. So you have to apply discipline as well. I will learn this, move from this to this, do some this, and then you're going to notice your growth. Yes. Let's move ahead. I can see more hands. I can see.
All right. Any more question? Yep.
I can see Victorine.
Yeah. Yes, Victorine, you can go on.
Thank you for
The
giving me.
question.
I have 2 questions. The first question is on the choice of the AI to use. There are several AI application. I don't know if that's the right name to call. There are so many in the internet. So how do one choose the adequate AI to use in his or her daily task? And the second question is on the concept of training the AI. I heard this concept severally, that when you use an AI, you have to train it in order to give you effective answers. So what does that mean? Those are my questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One of the things that you can identify the right AI for you, there are a lot of models, large language models. ChatGPT is one of them. Grok is one of them. DeepSeek is one of them. So there are different species of AI. There are generative AI. Generative AI is, it attempts to answer everything, anything that you ask, that general knowledge, that is generative AI. Now there are more specific AIs that, okay, are into the research. There are some tools that have been built AI-wise to help in that research. Now, there's a concept of agents. Agents, you can have an agent that is trained to be an expert in a certain field. And that's where I get now to your second question. Now, you can be able to train your AI. There are there are different ways to train your AI, 3 levels of training your AI. There's one that you need to get into the code, program, and then train it to understand a certain knowledge. And then that level, many people might not be able to do that because they are not engineers. And the second level is called fine-tuning a model, fine-tuning it. And then there are procedures to doing that. Now, the last one that every one of us can do is called RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, where you can be able to take an AI. For instance, if Madam Victorine, you are using maybe ChatGPT, now you can use ChatGPT in such a way that ChatGPT understands your flow, understand your context, understand a lot of things about you. For instance, you ask ChatGPT questions and ChatGPT gives you a lot of generative answers. Now you are a researcher, you have done a lot of research and they don't have access to those research, but they have only access to what it has been fed with. Now what you do is that to train them, take those researches that you have done, maybe out of, take those research. It can be in any format. It can be in form of PDF, in form of documents, in any other base information. Then you feed it into AI. So what is going to be happening? That is called RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, where when you ask it a question, it knows that Madame Victorine wants a specified answer. So it's not going to go to the internet and start searching there. It's going to go to those documents, those research that you have canalized it to look. And once it finds something, it's going to give you answer in that. So it's going to be more specific. But now if it does not find inside what you have given it, it's going to search now online or its database. So the bottom line is for you to fine-tune a model, use one. If you are using maybe DeepSeek or ChatGPT, as you use it over time, your informations are being stored in the history format. As you keep on using it, it's going to be understanding a lot of things. You ask maybe sometime about your business. You're talking a lot about your business on your ChatGPT or your Grok or whatever tool you're using. You will understand that this is where you are tailored. And once you ask something about that your business, it's going to go to the history of what you've been chatting about, and it's going to take the answer from there. So you have that aspect. Use one tool. If you are using a generative tool, use one tool. Don't use ChatGPT today and then you leave ChatGPT and then you go to another thing, except that you know what ChatGPT gives, what the other gives, and then you can be able to harness it. Like I, for one, I know what ChatGPT can give me. I know what Grok can give me. I know what DeepSeek can give me. Although they are all generative AIs, but they have some things that this person don't have. For instance, I do programming, I write code. Some models are more intelligent in a particular domain than the others. So I know that I can be able to use DeepSeek for this one, ChatGPT for this one, because I have trained it and I've understood it. So you can go on that journey as well. But the bottom line is have those research, load it into the ChatGPT or whatever you're using, and it's going to understand it. And then there's a concept in ChatGPT called GPTs. You can train your own GPTs. For instance, let me try to project a little my screen and see whether I have, for instance, something of that sort. You're going to see what I'm talking about. So you can train a GPT. You can train a GPT in such a way that it has now this is my ChatGPT. Now if you look at all what I'm doing here, it understands my flow. Now I've built a GPT like this music teacher. So I've made it understand, because there's a lot of generative stuff on the internet when it comes to consent music. So I've done my personal research and many other things. I have taught this man, a GPT, how to be able to answer some particular questions. I have taught this senior business analyst how to be able to analyze a business. I've gotten research from professors, and I'm pumping in this new research. And you can be able to create your own GPT and then train it with your own data, and it's going to understand that data for you. So for me, I can be able to use it at that level. So you can be able to do that. You see my screen, GPTs. There are many people that have developed GPTs. You can also develop your own GPT that will help just you. So if I come to this one, you can search on the internet. If I write something on this GPT, you might not see that on the internet because the internet don't have that information. So any other question? Madam Victorine, is it okay, please?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's okay.
All right. I think we have a question here in the message box. Darren Guang asks, what process can I take to know which tool suits my profession? What processes can I take to know which tool suits my profession? That's his question.
What processes can Derek take to know which tool suits
his profession?
What is your profession? Derek, what is your profession?
He's an electrician.
He's an electrician. Now, one of the good things about AI is that you can use AI to teach you. You can use AI to help you. Now, I'm just giving a prompt. So you can be able to write this kind of prompts. I can be able to make it more detailed because of how I have studied prompt engineering, and it gives me what I want. But I just want to teach you the aspect of AI can help you teach AI. You can use AI to teach AI. So now if I do this, it can be able to give me some of those tools. So if you look at my screen, you'll see many things that you can be able to use. Essential tools is going to give you all those kind of things. So, Derek, you see? All right.
Yes, sir, I see.
Good. So now you can use AI to teach. You can use AI to teach AI. There are some prompts that you might not be able to write. You can ask AI to help you write the prompt and then fine-tune it. You can ask AI to critique AI. So there are a lot of things that you can learn on AI to help you. And we are going to be having those things as we go further. We're going to be having a lot of practicals as well, where I'm going to be showing things live that you can be able to learn.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Then, a last question. Please, another question I have.
Yeah, you can go on.
Yes, please go on.
Okay, this is just based from the answers you gave to Madam Victorine's question. Yes, her question. The aspect of using your research to prompt to AI, and I was just thinking in my head, that means they will simply be using what you've already researched and worked on and learned to give you back answers. Then I was just thinking, like, then what is it? Then how is it helping them if giving them those information if it's not to help them do a more expensive research of what is needed?
Come again.
Okay, I was saying that from your answers when you were answering from Madam Victorine's question, that's how to teach your AI. They said to work in a particular way. You made a statement of your research is that's your maybe PDF or whatever documents you have and giving to AI.
Yes.
And then you made a statement equally that from me then it can go to those things to search and then give you back. So my thought was like I'm asking myself then what is the need then, because yes, you are giving it's simply going to be giving back what you've also researched. So or maybe I don't really understand that aspect. Then because
Okay. Okay, Derek, take for instance, you have a company. The company here is called Salt Enterprise. If you ask AI, what is Salt Enterprise? He's not going to give you anything because he's going to give you anything because maybe I've read online, but for your own business, he's not going to give you that. But now, I'm just giving you an example that you can understand. But now, if you have sat down and you have received the vision of Salt Enterprise, you have the business plan of Salt Enterprise. That information is on the internet. You have the 5-year strategic plan. You have the why of your company. You have the vision and mission and many things. It might be thousands of pages and many as well as data. You have clients that you have served before and many of those kind of things. And you want an AI that can understand your business because you're going to be doing marketing. What messaging am I going to use to be able to communicate the Salt Enterprise? For instance, iBridge has a niche. If I just throw into ChatGPT without giving him a context, he's going to give me anything. But now, if I have trained the AI to understand the direction of my company, the direction of where I am heading to, I can, ask him, all right, develop me a marketing plan that can be able to bring about this result based on what you have known about my company. And then he goes into your database of clients that you have dealt with. He goes in your database and sets the documents that you've worked on, and he can be able to project the kind of things that you can be able to do to capture the people because he's reading from your own data. I don't know whether you understand that example, but we can be able to come next time and go deep into it. You are into the electricity. You go online, you are searching about how to wire an elevator. It is not there. Now, if you come now, you have done research, you have done your master's, you have done your PhD, you know professors that have done in that area. They have research papers. Those research papers are not on ChatGPT. You now take all those research papers, thousands of them. You create a GPT called, maybe that's Salt Enterprise, and then you feed it inside. When you ask anything about electrifying whatever generator or whatever elevator, it's going to go to those documents. It's not going to go online to give you any kind of writings. Know that AI lies because he must produce results. And if you are not keen to check whatever results he is producing, you find yourself into a lot of gambling because it's going to be giving you incorrect information.
Okay, so it's more clear now, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that last question, and we are above time.
We have some incoming questions. We have some incoming questions in the message box.
All right, let me read them.
Yeah.
Is this app free? Yes, the app is free. But you know that every free has a limit. If you want to enjoy the full benefits of every app, it has a paid version. ChatGPT has a paid version. You can say, all right, you can use this app for free, and you're going to be asking just 10 questions per day. You cannot do this functionality, you cannot do that, but the basic ones you can be able to do. So basically, the app is free, but if you want to enjoy the app, if you want to go further, you need to give a little pay to it. But if you're just using it for basic stuff, then it's enough for you. Now, another one says, Crypto Lord, thank you for the wonderful presentation. My question is, what are the most common security vulnerabilities in AI models, and how can they be mitigated? Security vulnerability. Now, I am a junior full stack web developer. Will it be advisable for me to code my entire website using AI? I will say yes. It depends on the kind of website that you are building. For instance, if I show you the website I use for for my company, for iBridge. Let me just show you. This website that you see, let me, you are not seeing the website. Just to answer the question of the junior developer. This website that you see is totally built with AI, 100% AI developed. No code, but I understand the code, but AI helped me build all this. So yes, my junior man, you can use AI to build a fully functional website. Now, depending on the kind of website that you want to build, you now need to analyze. If you're building, for instance, an e-commerce website, you know that maybe AI might not be your go-to, but you can mix AI in a natural way. So there are a lot of things. So you can be able to join the WhatsApp group that Delight has sent that link onto. We can be able to talk more about this because it's more technical. So for the security vulnerabilities, one of the vulnerabilities of AI is hallucination. Means that it has the ability to speak not the truth. It does not speak the truth. If I ask something about, for instance, if I go to AI and say, who is crypto lord? I might think about the crypto lord in this forum, but he will not answer anything about. He must answer something. Ask him anything, he must answer it. But those things are never true. So that's one of some of the vulnerabilities that comes with AI. Reason why you must have a look at it. Now, if imagine that I had Crypto Lord website online, I have your YouTube page, I have your WhatsApp page or your Facebook page. I say, all right, this Crypto Lord is having this website, this one, and he can be able to give me what is contextual to this Crypto Lord that I have. But there are a lot of vulnerabilities that we need to get. Like, for instance, you just said for AI models, there are a lot of models, a lot of them have vulnerability issues. The servers that you are storing your stuff in are not in your country. So you might be very attentive to the kind of information that you post on AI. So there are many things that we can be able to talk about AI in regards to that. A crypto lord. You can tap me later, and then we have a lot to talk about. I can lead you in many aspects, as she's talked about being a full stack developer, and there's a lot of opportunities for you in regards to that. So, Madam Coordinator, let me just finish so that we cannot abuse our time, please. Thank you very, very much for coming. So our plan is for us to have these kind of webinars every time to empower ourselves, and webinar that we can be able to ask the hard questions and be able to grow in it. Remember, by 2035 or by 2035, Cameroon is going to be an emerging country. And being an emerging country by 2035, we need emerging people. How can we use technology to be emerging people? We need to build a country. We need to build Africa. We need to build the world. And I'm counting on us all to collaborate. Yes, collaborate. iBridge is a company that we are aimed at bridging a lot of gaps. And we're going to be having a lot of time where we can talk about that. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for your time. And let's meet next time. Join the WhatsApp group that Delight has created. The link is in the group. Join the WhatsApp group. Once we have more of these programs, we're going to just be putting it, and then we can be edified with it. Thank you very, very much again. Thank you so much. And see you next time as we keep bridging. Thank you.
Keep reacting, keep on reacting, keep on reacting, keep on reacting. Everybody's still on board. Thank you so much. Ooh. This is a whole lot as far as introduction to AI is concerned for those of us who are novices to it. Thank you so much, Mr. Daryl.
I see some people. I see some people putting on their hands. Feet.
Yes.
Yes, we can go out, please. We can go out, not to abuse our time. Faith, ask your question. Let me answer your question before I move out, please. I can see somebody's hand up. Faith, please ask your question before we move out. Others can
She has
move out. There's no problem
declined.
about that. All right, you have declined. There's no problem about that. Faith, you can join the WhatsApp group and then you can ask me all those questions that you wanted to ask. Thank you very, very much. Have a nice day and a blessed night. Thank you.
All right. God bless you all. God bless you all. God bless
Join
you
the
all.
WhatsApp
Remember
group.
that. Yeah, remember that you are smarter than AI. So use it wisely. Use it with purpose. For there is always more. Check on the chat box and the message box, and click on the link. Join the family, for we have more to deliver to you. Do not be left out. It doesn't end here. There is still very, very much more ahead of us. Let's build bridges for a better future. Ciao, ciao. See you some other time.
Ciao. Ciao.